Oh, are we recording? Okay. Um, I think we're recording. Yeah. So basically, um, it seems that my previous Mage video was all glitchy, and the reason for that seems to be the recording software I was using. So I've been fiddling around with it, trying to get it to record with a different software. And I think it's working now. Otherwise, I'm just talking into nothing. So I'm going to hope that it's working and I'm not talking into nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay. So when last we left Julia, she was biking. There was something about raves. Want to go to the petting. Okay, so you bike into the industrial area and down the dimly lit Nora Granges, past falafel shops and obscure clubhouses, and the long row of car washes that probably don't wash a lot of cars. This is where you get your smuggled German alcohol and cigarettes, your drugs, maybe even guns. What? This is where you don't walk at night, especially if you're a woman. So you bike fast until you see the anonymous-looking door you were looking for. So that's how it's supposed to look. You show your electronic ticket to the burly guy at the door, then step inside. At some place you can just walk in, but the petting zoo is meticulous about making you register in advance. Oh, the petting zoo is the rave club. Okay. It's not an actual petting zoo. I thought she was going to go to a petting zoo at night. I was confused. That way, when the cops show up, you can show them that this is a private party and not an illegal club. No, sir. It's not a very big space. Just a room maybe 30 meters across and a couple of alcoves off the side. It's dark and almost unbearably hot in here. Crowded with all kinds of people. Not peepers, what am I saying? Hipsters in bright hair and monochrome clothing, middle-aged ravers, expensive-looking suburban kids and their tougher counterparts from the projects. By rights, there should be some friction, but there isn't. The atmosphere is relaxed, laid back. You're all here to dance. Aww, that's heartwarming. The makeshift bar sells beer and balloons full of laughing gas. Look, it doesn't even blink in and out. Let's see. Just beer, please. You get a couple of cheap beers from the bar. You open one and put the other in your hoodie pocket. You don't see Ahmed or anyone else you know. That's fine. Right now you just want to feel the music pulse through you. The tension and fatigue from today's work dissolves into a soft buzz. You spot Rike? I'm going to go with Rike. If that's wrong, please correct me. You spot Rike, Alex's friend from the makerspace. She's dancing with a beer can in one hand. Even in this electric crowd, she looks a little out of place. Her black outfit is a little too dapper. Her blonde bob is a little too well styled. She waves at you with her can and smiles. Someone taps your shoulder. It's one of the siblings from the shelter. Nazar, right? He smiles at you and waves. You offer him your extra beer. He grins and shakes his head. You mentally slap your forehead. Of course not. Is your sister here too? You shout over the music. This is so fucking thrilling. He nods and points into the sea of dancers, where Muna is nodding along to the beat, her pink hijab luminescent in the strobe light. You join them. You're here to dance, not socialize. I'll join them. I'll be nice. It's role playing, so I'm role playing as someone who I'm not, because I wouldn't be friendly. You smile and because I'm not a social person. You smile and jerk your thumb at the dance floor. Actually, I wouldn't dance either. I wouldn't even be here. Sorry, this got into a weird tangent. You smile and jerk your thumb at the dance floor. Nazar follows you in as you join Mona. She smiles and waves at you, then closes her eyes and stretches her arms out, palms up. The beat, which has so far circled in a soft treble beat, suddenly crashes down into a heavy bass rhythm. You let yourself go. The crowd moves as one to the beat, rippling in waves. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like a single organism. Arms sway, hands wave, heads nod in the flickering light from above. The smoke machine starts up. Laser spears shoot through the fog. I'm really bored of this, so I'm like being really over dramatic. A second ritum. Oh, for fuck's sake, people. See, it's acceptable in the vampire one because it's text messages, but this is just fucking proofread. A second rhythm joins the first in a fluttery syncope on top of the bass. A clear voice cuts through the notes, wailing a song that makes your eyes sting and your throat constrict. It drags you along, pulls you up by the roots. You are all one in here, one mind under the music, moving together. The walls fall away. You are connected to everything, to everyone. You suddenly understand how it all works. Everything is one. This place is just one of 100 other places where people are dancing. There are only 100 places where people are dancing in the world? That's pretty small. All of you to a divine beat. All of you a divine dancing crowd. And all of those 100 places are one. You all worship the same beat. Your mind stretches. It's as if you can hear several layers of music on top of each other. A soft bass, a hard treble, a soothing white noise. All out of tune and beat, and yet in harmony with each other. You open your eyes and look around you. Really look and see dancers superimposed on one another. All ages, all colors, all styles, all moods, all moving to the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, then... Your mind, okay, goes, and I guess I have to select out. So that's the thing that happened. Noise pierces through the fog. A new rhythm, aggressive, pounding. The sound closes over your head like a wave. You push through the crowd and stumble for the exit. Your knees buckle and you sit down on the pavement, hard. It's raining. You stare at the neon sign reflected in the puddle at your feet. Someone bends down next to you. A canopy suddenly covers your head. Hey, alles okay? Was ist denn los? A voice says. That was a terrible attempt at a Swedish accent. I sincerely apologize for that. I'm not even gonna attempt that anymore. My God, why do I keep trying to do these things that I know I'm not good at? You look up at an umbrella-carrying goth with painted on eyebrows. Why did I say rainbow? What the hell was I getting rainbow from? With painted on eyebrows and the biggest septum ring you've ever seen. What? You managed? Du hast dich doch total vollgekotzt, the woman says and wrinkles her nose. You stand up on shaky legs. Something's wrong. You can't put your finger on what. You shake your head at the frowning goth and stumble into the street. The rain comes down on you like heavy needles. Around you is a forest of umbrellas. Above you, high brick building adorned with neon signs in German. Oh, it was a German, not... Okay. You grasp for something familiar. You find nothing. It hits you. There are no high buildings on Nora Granges. There are no neon lights on Nora Granges. There are no neon lights in German on Nora Granges. Someone must have spiked your beer. Or you're having a psychosis. But the rain is stinging your eyes, and you taste vomit in your throat, and hallucinations aren't supposed to be this real, are they? It feels like people are staring at you like you're some kind of alien. Wait, someone says behind you in Swedish. A hand lands on your shoulder. The man is in his 30s, maybe. A little taller than you. He's dressed in baggy pants and a t-shirt. His sandy hair twisted. Why is there now, like, wailing? Like a wailing chant thing in the music background. You're lost, he says. I can help you. He comes closer and puts an arm around you, seemingly unbothered by the fact that the front of your hoodie is covered in vomit. Ew! Fucking gross! He smells of sweat and musk. See, this is why I don't get a raise. Fucking vomit and teleporting to Germany. It's too much, man. Do you understand where you are? Do you understand what happened? He says. You shake your head. Would you like to go home? Back home? He asks. You nod, numbly. He smiles at you and takes your hand. Let's go then. Let me show you something. I just had to resist the urge to go like my Pokemans, because that was a perfect setup. He leads you... Oh my god, my throat. He leads you to a pair of sliding doors and into a club. It's not the one you were in just now. The music seems multi-layered, the beat off, the crowd mismatched. No one seems to notice but you. Still holding your hand, the man weaves through the dancers and to a door on the other side. It's a restroom. He pushes you into one of the stalls and locks the door behind you. Don't be afraid, he says. I'm going to do something that might seem scary. Do you trust me? No, I don't fucking trust you. I just met you. Oh, I can't say that. You look at him. You've never met him before, but something about him inspires confidence. You nod. He reaches into a pocket and takes out a small pocket knife. He presses the blade into the side of his index finger and grunts. A small bead of blood wells up. He rubs the blood between his fingers and mutters something. Your ears pop. For just a second, it feels as if you were somewhere else. A vast open space, shapes moving in a black sky. The noise of discordant pipes replaces the pounding beat. Then the noise rushes back in, and you're squeezed into a toilet stall with a stranger. He rubs the door handle and opens the door. You can hear one beat of the music rise from the others and take over. You recognize the song now. You look around you at club kids with bright hair and monochrome clothing. It's as if the world has slid back into place. We need to talk, the man says. I'm Gabriel. Come with me. Help me, you tell him. Okay. I thought this was supposed to be interactive fiction. So far, it's just a book written in second person. There's no choices, no real choices so far. Like, it's better written than the vampire one, but it's also less of a game than the vampire one. Gabriel helps you find your anorak. I have no idea what that is. I'm a stupid, ignorant American. Then drives you and your bike back to his place. He lives not far away in a rundown part of the Molan Quarter. A wave of Nag Champa incense hits you as he opens the door. He walks across the room, lighting the floor lamps in what turns out to be a large studio apartment with a kitchenette. The far wall is covered in bookshelves. A large bed and a colorful quilt and an armchair are pushed up against the wall next to you. On the circular carpet in the middle of the room stands a little wooden table with an incense holder. The one window in the apartment is framed by thick velvet curtains. Here, Gabriel says, and hands you a soft cardigan. This will feel better than what you're wearing. You gratefully shrug out of your soiled hoodie. Why don't you sit down, he says, and waves vaguely at the armchair. It almost swallows you whole as you sink into it. Gabriel puts the kettle on. None of you speak while it comes to a boil. You try to read some of the book titles from where you're sitting. Many of the titles seem to be on religion and philosophy, interspersed with some fantasy paperbacks. You recognize names like Holdstock, Gaiman, Hand, Le Guin. You only realize you've zoned out when Gabriel speaks your name and hands you a cup of hot tea. The spices in your nose. Like, he shouldn't know my name. Gabriel sits down at your feet and looks up at you. His eyes are... Stop wailing! His eyes are very blue. He's pretty in the sun-drenched, windswept way, with golden skin and high cheekbones and faint lines around his eyes that deepen when he smiles. Julia, he says, do you believe in magic? For a moment, you're dumbfounded. Then you laugh. He puts a hand on your right knee. What do you think happened at the club, Mr. Anderson? Sorry. I passed out, you say, and you found me. He looks at you very intently. And where did I find you? In the street. But that street wasn't here, was it? You fumble for words. I was hallucinating, you manage. He shakes his head. No, you weren't. I was there too. No, you weren't. What? Do you know what it means to do magic? He asks. You say, like magic tricks? Gabriel frowns. I could tell you're a smart girl. You know better than to say something like that. What a dick. What a dick. Tell me then, you say. Magic, he says, is to recognize the world for what it is, and then bend it to your will. Oh, no. Thought I was about to burp. Okay, that time I did burp. I apologize for that. Gabriel puts his other hand on your left knee. His hands are warm through the denim. Tell me what you felt before it happened. I think I was high, you start. He slaps your knee lightly. You know better, he says. Yes. Drugs are bad, okay? Just tell me what you felt. I felt, you consider, connected to everything. Like everything was one, like everywhere was one, if that makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world, Gabriel replies. So what did you do? I wanted to be in that place, everywhere. You realize a fundamental truth about the world, Gabriel says and squeezes your knees. Everything is connected. Distance is an illusion, and you did something with that. What do you mean, did something with that? You took yourself to another place, he says. And probably some people with you, he chuckles. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some very confused Swedes wandering the streets of Berlin right now. You blink.
But that's terrible. Like, 40 cakes terrible? Or Gabriel shrugs. It happens in our line of work. Our line of work? Yes. I'm a practitioner of magic. And now, so are you. Gabriel's thumbs slide along the inside of your knees. Bad touch! But you need some help harnessing your powers. I can do that. Show me. Okay, you say? Show me then. Right then. Gabriel pats your knees and stands up. Give me a moment. He picks the little table up and moves it to the side, leaving the center of the rug free. Then heads over to the old stereo on the bookshelf. Slow atmospheric music leak out of the loudspeakers you can't see. He lights a couple of candles in the windowsill, then turns the floor lamps off. Gabriel crosses his legs and sits down in the center of the rug, then waves you over. You sit down opposite him. He moves closer until your knees touch, then takes your hands. His fingers are dry and warm. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes, he says, and fixes you with an unblinking stare. His eyes gleam faintly in the candlelight. He gently slides his fingers under the right sleeve on your cardigan, then the touch sends a thrill up your arm. We are connected, he says in a low voice, and through us everything is connected. Do you believe me? You nod. His other hand caresses your left forearm. My discipline is one of ecstasy. Of fucking course. That's too easy. You're just in the club. She thought she was high. He's talking about the state of ecstasy. Like, that's too easy. The joke is too obvious here. I'm not gonna make it. I refuse. It's through ecstasy that we connect to the universe. It's through ecstasy that we can bend it to our will. That's what you did tonight. He leans in closer. His breath smells of spiced tea. I would like to show you another way of doing it. Before you can say anything, he kisses you. Bad touch! And it's like an electric shock It's like an electric shock that travels straight to your belly. His eyes still stare straight into yours, and there are golden flecks in his irises. He slides his tongue in between your lips. When it touches yours, a dull ache blossoms between your legs. So this suddenly got erotic. Okay. So we're cheating on Alex. Was it Alex? I think it was Alex. We're cheating on our boyfriend now. His smell surrounds you, sweats and musk, incense and tea. You find yourself wanting him desperately. When he withdraws a little, it's almost like physical pain, as if part of you is torn away. Do you see how we are connected? Gabriel whispers. Just like everywhere is connected to everything else, to everywhere else. Do you know what that means? Tell me, you whisper back. It means we can go anywhere we like, but we need to be in the right state of mind to connect. Would you like me to take you somewhere? You nod. Porn music starts playing. Sorry. Here we go. Gabriel whispers. Will you let me touch you? Oh, now he asks permission. You nod again. He unzips your jeans. You let him do that, and you let him pull your panties down to caress you, first gently, then firmly. No, he says as your head tips back. Look into my eyes. Don't look away. His gaze is intent, merciless. He mumbles under his breath as his face... I just realized I'm reading this aloud on YouTube. Okay. He mumbles under his breath as his fingers slip inside you. The flecks in his irises dance. He grips your neck with his free hand and holds it tight as you shudder. A hot wave rolls through you, and another, and his eyes nail you down, and all you can do is cry out, and darkness falls. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I just read a piece of erotica on YouTube. This is my life now. Starlight. Star bright. First star I see tonight. The breeze that touches your cheek carries you with a scent of burnt sugar. Oh my! I hope you didn't teleport her like. Don't we didn't like teleport her somewhere with her pants down. As if you were near a fairground. You're staring up into a sky that has too many stars. Gabriel withdraws his hand and pulls you to your feet. Oh my God! Julia is pantsless. Impossibly, your feet touch grass. You're standing on a plain lit by starlight. Around you, grass ripples in huge waves to the night breeze. In the near distance, the dark silhouette of a hill rises out of the plain. On top of the hill stands a Ferris wheel decked in colorful lights. The sound of lamenting pipes floats through the air. Put some fucking pants on, Julia, please. Where am I? You say. Gabriel laughs. You're in the real world. Real? Of course. Did you think yours was the only one that's real? I don't get it. Gabriel points at the hill. Over there is a funeral, a carnival, a goodbye to the flesh and the world as you know it. It's coming. It's coming. That was immature of me, I apologize. His scent makes you dizzy. All we have to do is let it in, he continues. What do I do, you ask? His lips meet yours in reply. This time you undress the both of you, garment by garment. His torso is covered in long scars. You don't ask. When you lay him down and take him inside you, invisible fire courses through you. You stare at the winking Ferris wheel as he convulses beneath you. Listen to the distant sound of voices. At the very last moment before you pass out, you sense another presence, a small one, watching you intently. Kinky. Wait, what? You come to on the carpet. Gabriel lies behind you. His body fits yours perfectly, like a missing puzzle piece. He doesn't stir as you sit up. You're cold and sore. You find your phone and look at it. It's not quite 8 in the morning, and you have to be at Nordic Gate in a few hours. Oh, we actually got choices. Go home and get another hour's sleep. Go home and take a shower, make a sandwich. What happened was wrong. What if you could rewind? You look at your phone. What was it you did at the bookstore? Let's try to rewind. Ah! You're standing on a plane above an enormous striped sphere covers half of a deep black sky. You can feel this is really obnoxious. And there is a naked statue next to me now. You can feel rather than hear the grating noise of it turning on its axis. It bathes the plane in orange light. The grass below reaches to your knees. It rustles in a faint wind. The air smells of incense and rot. A lone hill rises out of the plain, silhouetted against the enormous sphere in the sky. That was aggravating. Something like a Ferris wheel stands at the top. You start walking toward it. You almost fall into a hole, only it's not a hole. It's a set of stairs leading down into darkness. Let's go for the hill. Slim, tall wooden houses stand upright in the hillside, here and there drawing aside to reveal cobbled street. This is really fucking annoying. And this isn't a glitch. This is intentional. You reveal cobbled streets spiraling up toward the top. The streets seem empty of life. You walk between narrow houses paneled in dark wood. The windows and doors look strangely flat. When you walk closer to inspect, you realize that they're all painted on. You walk... That's weird. You walk on through streets that become steeper and steeper. What... Did I just hiccup? Winding around the hill in swirls and figure eights. You finally arrive at the top, a cobbled plaza where the air smells of burnt sugar. What is it with burnt sugar in this place? The wheel rises up before you, its gondola swaying in the breeze. There are no signs of life, no noise except the creak of the gondolas and the background rumble of the planet turning on its axis. I'm going to ride the Ferris wheel. The gondolas are simple wire cages with two benches facing each other. You step onto the platform under the Ferris wheel and then into the gondola at the bottom. It sways slightly under your weight. As soon as you get inside, the wheel creaks into motion. You have to sit to avoid falling over. The wheel turns with an infinitely slow motion. As the gondola rises, you can see more and more of the landscape around you. The plain below stretches out as far as the eye can see, flat and featureless. The striped planet above bathes it in a ghostly light. Nothing moves in the town below. The only light comes from the odd little house in the middle of the plaza, where light spills out from the windows. The wheel creaks to a halt just as you reach its highest point. You wait for a long moment. That's annoying. You wait for a long moment for something to happen. All you can hear is the rumble of the planet above and the wind in your ears. I'm not in a hurry. Actually, what time is it? I might be in a hurry. I got time before I have to run a game. You hear the sound of discordant pipes that swells into a rhythmic cacophony. It halts and stumbles, picks itself up, a disordered beat. A long procession enters the plaza, swaying and dancing along with the shearing noise created by a group of white-clad pipers. Okay, I get it, funeral and carnival. At the head of the procession walk 6 mourners carrying a bier on which rests a naked body. They're led by a tall woman in gold chiton, her head adorned with white flowers. The pipes abruptly fall quiet, and the procession stops at the foot of the Ferris wheel. The woman speaks, too quietly for you to hear. 2 of the mourners pick up the body from the bier and carefully carry it to the gondola at the bottom. Your own gondola sways slightly as the balance changes, and then the wheel grinds into motion and takes you down to the ground, down to where the procession awaits. They have seen you. The wheel stops as your gondola reaches the ground. You step outside. The mourners stand in a half circle around you, staring. They have dressed in all manner of finery and wildly different styles. Gala dresses and torn suits, adorned with green vines and glass beads, glinting diadems askew on gold-powdered hair, hats veiled with dewy cobwebs and silk. Some of the faces slide in and out of focus, kind of like this text is doing right now. I really wish it would stop, as do their bodies, as if they are not fully here, or not fully human. It hurts to look at them. Yes, it does! So you look away. The woman in gold is very tall indeed, powerfully built like a Greek statue. Ah, Greek statue! Ah, like the thing on the left. You don't even reach her shoulder. The Ferris wheel's lights tint her skin in a multitude of colors. She looks down at you. Her eyes are milky, as if she were blind. This is where we bury the principles of reason. Only the dead ride this wheel, she says with a quiet voice like thunder. I must be dead then. I'm not dead. I must be dead then. I must be dead then, you tell her. Very good, the woman says. You are one of us. She motions at one of the musicians, who comes forward and offers you a wooden pipe. The pallbearers pick the empty beer up. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The tall woman takes your hand. Her fingers are very cold and unyielding, like marble. Come, she says. The tall woman leads you to the front of the procession. Play! She shouts, and a cheer goes up from the crowd. The music starts up again. It makes you sway back and forth, hand in hand, and walk across the plaza in time to the choppy beat. Down the winding streets of this abandoned town, along cobbled roads and scrubbed of life. At the edge of the town stands a stone crypt, flanked by statues of tall women. One of them is missing. The door to the crypt is open. The tall woman lets go of your hand. Here, she says. The dead must go alone. And to think, I was complaining earlier that nothing was happening. As you step inside, the door slams shut behind you with a clang. When you look behind you, the door is gone. Instead, a corridor lit by strip lights stretches out before you. You are still holding the pipe. Perhaps there's a door... I'm not sure what me still holding the pipe is going to do, but sure. Okay, that happened. Go settings of your phone, date and time, set time. When was it Gabriel found you last night? 3-ish? You set the time, close your eyes, and think back. Your stomach lurches and the world tilts. You abruptly throw up on yourself. Someone grabs your arm. Come with me, he says. Gabriel helps you find your anorak, then drives you to your bike back to his place. Oh, wow, it worked. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, just sit down. Yeah, he's explaining magic and shit. It's all repeating. This is too crazy. I don't like the way you're touching me, you say. Please stop. Gabriel blinks and withdraws. Fair enough, he says. You stand up, forcing him to scoot back. I think I'm going home now, you say. Thank you for the tea. You don't want to know what I was going to tell you? No, you say. This is too crazy for me. Gabriel stares at you as you put your shoes on and shrug into your anorak. You'll change your mind, he says. Probably not, you reply. He comes up to you as you open the front door. I'll see you later, he says, with his face very close to yours. He smells of spices and something sickly sweet. You bike homeward through the darkness, back past the club, where Muna and Nizar are just leaving. Muna waves frantically at you. We were looking for you, she says as you stop. Are you all right? What do you mean? You ask. I think you know, Nizar says. We saw what happened. You saw what happened? You saw what happened, you say. Her sibling looks at you like you're an idiot. We saw you go elsewhere, Muna says. And we saw you leave with that man. He's not a good person, Nizar says. You need to stay away from him. And look, so I did, you reply. Why are you so concerned? Because something happened, Nadar replies. And there are some things you need to know. We can't talk like this, Muna says. Do you live here? Near here? You pause to consider. Muna and Nizar look genuinely concerned, but you're cold and shaky and confused. Sure, you say eventually. Come with me. Your tiny living room feels a bit crowded with the three of you, but not oppressive. The siblings seem at ease, not like strangers. Why would... Okay. Okay, it was, like, not like strangers to you. I thought it was, like, saying siblings seem at ease, not like strangers to each other. That would have been weird. Nizar sits down on your old sofa, while Muna checks out your bookcase. You realize you should probably offer them something. Would you like some tea? Anything to eat? They nod. There are no good stopping points here, are there? But, Muna says... You might want to change it to another sweater. You look down at your ruined hoodie. You stink. I'm sorry, you say. This is disgusting. It is. It happens, Nizar says. You excuse yourself and head for the bathroom. You should head for the bathroom to wash up and change into another sweater. When you come back out, a fragrant wave hits you in the face. Muna is in the kitchen. She has found the mint leaves in your fridge and made tea. She offers you a glass full of crushed mint leaves and hot water. I hope you don't mind, she says. I thought you might need it. The tea tastes both minty and spicy with a soft... So, do I remember, like, what happened before I rewound time or not? The tea tastes both minty and spicy with a soft dash of sugar. It soothes away the taste of bile in your throat. When you're all seated in the living room, Muna and Nizar on the couch, you on a chair, Nizar says, Do you understand what happened at the club? You shake your head. You did something big, Muna says. Something quite drastic. We saw it happen, Nizar says. You look at them. Perhaps it happened after all. I don't know what happened. I was dancing, and then I was somewhere else. What did you feel in that moment? Muna asks. Like, you grasp for words. Like everything was one, you laugh feebly. I think I was high. The siblings look at each other. No, Muna says. You woke up. Julia, Nizar says. You transported yourself somewhere else. Not just you, but a lot of people. We had to fix it. But we understand that you didn't do it on purpose. How do you know? You ask. How do you know it was me? Because we have been looking for you, Nazar says, ever since you helped us. You shake your head. What, helping Muna find a new pair of jeans? I don't get it. Muna laughs a little. No, not that. You helped us cross the ocean. You haven't yet, Nazar fills in. But you will. And we're here to help you get there. Oh, it's a time loop. We're doing a time loop thing. Okay, I gotcha. Muna puts her glass down and looks you in the eye. Do you believe in magic, Julia? I believe I've seen some really weird things tonight, you say, but it might as well just be me going insane. If you were going insane, we wouldn't be sitting here, Muna says. We saw what you did. We were there. Muna and I, Nazar says, are part of a very old tradition. Wait, you say. What do you do exactly? I'm an English teacher, Muna says with a grin, and he's an IT specialist, but we also deal in what you would call magic. She pronounces it with a sharp K at the end. Magic. Magic. They both look at you as if waiting for a reaction. Then Muna says, has anything odd happened to you lately? You think back. There's that afternoon at Nordic Age you can't explain. And then that blog post you apparently wrote in your sleep. And then tonight, a street somewhere else, people talking to you in German. Gabriel. You tell Muna and Nazar about them. They nod and exchange glances as they listen. You will need guidance, Muna says. We can help you. That's what we're here for. You've already understood the most important thing, Nazar fills in. All things are one. That's what we believe. Our tradition would say that you connected with God, and when you have done that, there's no going back. This is all a bit crazy, you say. Perhaps, Nazar says, it's true nonetheless. You say, I helped you. You will, Muna says, very soon. We owe you. That's why we're helping you now. You'd forgotten about the tea in your glass. You drain it. Help me understand. Nazar leans forward. We were getting into a boat to go across from Turkey to Lesbos, he says. There were two boats, and you showed up next to us. You were crying. You said, please get into the other boat. Please get into the other boat. So he did. Nazar frowns, then pinches the bridge of his nose. His chin trembles a little. There's a storm. The other boat sank. We would have been on that other boat, Muna says, if it wasn't for you. But we're not sure, Nazar looks at his sister. We're not sure if that happens unless we help you, Muna says. So here we are, helping you help us, helping you come into your own. And how, you ask? By teaching you how to use your power, so that what happened tonight won't happen again. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop. I'm going to try